What's Macbeth all about? Lots of things, but let's start with the basics. Macbeth is a great murder mystery, one where we know who done it, but we wonder how long he'll get away with it. This mystery comes with a moral message attached. Don't kill a king. Bad stuff will happen. Of course, it's wrong to murder anyone, and this was the same in Shakespeare's time. However, back then, killing a king was thought to be the worst possible crime. Kings were appointed by God, and killing a king meant going against God. Macbeth kills Duncan and gets to be king. But Shakespeare makes sure Macbeth pays a price. Yes, Macbeth gets to be king, but as a result he loses love, friendship, respect, and in the end his life. Justice is served on Macbeth. The play is also about ambition. Macbeth starts off as a good person. He knows right from wrong. But his ambition is unchecked, and his wife spurs him on. Once he's killed Duncan, we see how he slowly becomes hardened to the things he has done wrong, and how power intoxicates him. He starts believing the means justify the ends. In other words, he starts believing it's okay to do bad stuff, lie, murder, if he is going to come out on top. Shakespeare shows us a fascinating journey, and it's a warning to all of us. Don't get too ambitious. Some ambition is, of course, a good thing, but don't pursue your goals at any cost. Also, the message is we should watch out for people who are prepared to stop at nothing, and we should stop them before it's too late. And Mr. Shakespeare, being Shakespeare, presents all of this in a play packed with excellent language. Okay, let's think about that for just a moment. Why does he use all this stuff, metaphor, simile and so on? Why not just write like people talk in everyday life? Well, first off, no play or TV or film script is written just like people talk. Writers always use tricks which, most of the time, we don't even notice. Characters often speak in ways in which we expect them to speak instead of how they would probably speak. Then Shakespeare, and he does this better than anyone else, adds in all these wonderful images. Here's a personal favourite. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other side, is what Macbeth is going on to say in Act 1, Scene 7. What a great image. Macbeth conjures up the image of a horse jumping, but admits he doesn't himself have what it takes, the spurs, to make the horse jump high enough to clear the hedge or whatever obstacle is in its way. You may not see a horse. You may hear vaulting and think of a gymnast who's trying to reach a new height but fails. But whatever Macbeth's words conjure up in your head, isn't it a great picture of exactly what ambition, an abstract concept, is? Ambition is about jumping over the person in front of you, getting yourself ahead in that race to the front of the queue. Suddenly, Macbeth's words have added to them a much deeper meaning. Good stuff, isn't it? But apart from just being the clever thing to do, Shakespeare had to use language to create bigger and better pictures in the heads of his original audience. He didn't have all the fancy tech stuff we have today in theatres or film studios. His plays were first performed in daylight on a fairly empty stage. Shakespeare's use of this clever language is what made his plays so popular in his own time. His audience is left with all these wonderful images in their heads. And because of that popularity, his friends thought it was worth saving his plays and publishing them. And I hope you won't think it's too hard to get to grips with the language. It isn't really. It just takes a little bit of effort, and it's worth it.